Welcome to my interview with Bimal Arora with Hindu Pratha in India. Bimal, we're on opposite sides of the world, literally. We
Yes,
have
yes.
actually a 12.5 hour difference.
11 and a half at this moment.
Okay, it's thank God for Zoom. So you started a company called Hindu Pratha. What is that, and when did you start it and why?
See, Hindu Pratha means Hindu tradition. Pratha is tradition, right? So I started in 2014. And the purpose of starting this was I started with the culture, the Hindu culture, people in the rituals. We generally, after the death of a person, we take the ashes to the river and immerse them in the river. That is in our culture. But somehow, since years, it was being exploited. People didn't know how to go about it. Suppose my family, somebody would pass away, I would go there. I didn't know what to do, and there were a lot of middlemen over there who misguide you. You know. So in 2014, I had gone with somebody for his parents' parents' ashes immersion. When I saw all these things, I was very upset. I said, why? Why is it like that? And then a lot of ideas came in my mind, that there are 400 priests over there at River Ganges who actually pounce upon 200 to 300 people coming every day. Everybody wants, it's like a competition, which I really didn't like. I thought this is like a business for them and there's no sanctity. So I started thinking, that let's start something where we can get it organized.
Well, I had a question about these other people who
Sure.
are not scattering in a correct manner. Is that what you were saying?
No. They were scattering the correct manner, but they didn't know how to go about it. Means they did not know the prayers they have to do, what all, the things which have to be put along with the ashes in the Hindu religion. And the people over there, they would sort of fleece them of money. Basically, if I was there, if I was smart enough, I'd say, no, I'll give you, let's say, in Indian rupees, let's say I'll give you 1,000 rupees or 2,000. But if somebody else would have gone who doesn't know anything or who's not smart, or if a lady is gone with the family, they'll fleece him for 10,000 rupees, which is equivalent to $150 to $200. And that's not the price. The priest should not take more than maximum $100.
So where are you actually located in India?
I'm in North India. There's a state called Uttarakhand. And there's this religious belt for the Hindus. This starts from a town called Haridwar. And it goes all the way up to the mountains in the Shivalik Range. It goes up to Kedarnath. And this is the belt for 300 kilometers. There's only Hindu religion. And plus the Himalayas over there. So I'm not based there. I'm based in New Delhi. But my entire work is in Haridwar.
Okay, and is that the headwaters of the Ganges River?
That's where the Ganges River starts in the plains. It ends from the mountains and gets into the plains.
So now you offer the ash scattering service to people who aren't Hindus.
Now I've started recently, 6 months back.
So originally it was just for Hindus, and now you've opened it up to anybody who wants their ashes scattered in India.
Whoever wants it, whoever cremates the dead, they can do it.
How does that work? If we had people in the United States who wanted the ashes of their loved one scattered in India, do you have a choice of where they're scattered?
The stretch I told you, the 300 kilometers, it stretches from Haridwar all the way up to the mountains. You see, that is a meaningful place, according to what you have said in one of your videos. I've seen that it should be a meaningful place. So that place is very meaningful. And I have been scattering. I've been scattering the ashes the way you have taught in one of your videos. I've seen one of your videos where you have said the wind should go this direction and that direction. I follow that. So I'm a good follower of your teachings. So basically, I feel that they may not want in the rivers, but they want it scattered. Okay. and at a meaningful place. And Himalayas is something which is unique. I'm not going to the Mount Everest, but I mean the part of the Himalayas called the Shivalik Range, which is nearby. Okay. And then now how people can send it from North America and Europe is it costs about $95 to $100 to send it by United States Postal Service, all the way up to our office in Haridwar. And we charge about $290 for the service and about $50 for transporting it all the way up to the hills. So that is much cheaper than what is available in US.
So $440 to ship, well, mail, because US mail is the only legal way to transport cremated remains. And then your people will take the ashes up into the Himalayas and scatter them.
And we videograph it, or if the internet connection is good, then we do live streaming.
If you're not Hindu, it's scattering in the mountains, not in the river.
Yes.
Okay.
But I did get a person, there was an American person who wanted it scattered in the river. And for the family, I did it in the river. But they did not want all those traditional Hindu prayers and all. They just wanted in a normal scattering. So we did it.
Do your people do prayers, other readings when you're scattering for American or other clients?
We do prayers in our own way. Basically it's a human being. It was a human being who's gone. So it's not that he will not take our prayers will not go to him or it will not go to his family or something. We pray. The God is one, you see. So we pray in our own way. But if somebody has a specific request that take out the verses from the Bible and do it, we do it. And then we record it.
And cremation is certainly growing in the United States. Of course, it's the preferred method in India. But are you seeing more interest with the growth in cremation?
Yes, that's because it's a lot of going to the statistics of the United States. I have seen that Cremation Association of North America, that's the organization over there. I keep getting mails from them. According to there, about 40% of the Americans are now going for cremation. That's what they've written in one of their articles.
Oh, it's more like 60% or
maybe,
more.
Maybe yeah. I heard 40%. It saves space, it saves money, and well, you also scatter it in the mountains or in the sea, 3 miles away from the port or something, and it costs a lot of money. But people they're not concerned whether it should be a religious place in India. They're concerned it should be a meaningful place. That's why I thought about the Himalayas. That's why I got into that. And Himalayas are well known to everybody. We are doing a lot of service for the poor people. In India, there are thousands and thousands of the Indians who die and they are, like homeless, nobody to take care of them. The government cremates them all right, but the ashes are left over there. So people like us who voluntarily will take the ashes and we'll do it. We don't charge anything to the government. We every month we take about 75 to 80 people, the ashes urns, and we do it in Haridwar. So it's sort of a good thing. We don't, our people just carry it in their car all the way from here or in a van or something, and we do it. So this is one of the things which we do out of all the profits we have a little bit. So at the end of it, we are not worried about keeping profits with us. We want to continue as, work for everybody also. Well, of course, profits one has to keep, we have to survive.
But that's a wonderful thing to do. And unclaimed cremated remains is a growing issue here in the United States.
It's much more in India, much more. I'm just maybe I'm handling only 0.5% of them. That's
25% are unclaimed?
No, 0.5%. I'm handling only that. There's one more place in India where I will be thinking of going there. That's the place in the Himalayas. It's got a magnetic field. There are only three of those in the world. One is in India, one is in Peru, and one is in Europe somewhere. And that place, you go and sit there, you actually feel the earth pulling you down. That is the next place I'm going to think of Asgard.
So it's a magnetic field.
It's earth. You sit there, you feel the pull, and you feel very relaxed.
And what part of India is that?
Against the state of Uttarakhand,
It's up there in the Himalayas?
Himalayas. It's Uttarakhand is a state, it's a mountainous state in India.
Well, Bimal Aurora in India, Hindu Pratha, ash scattering service. Best of luck with growing your business there. I think there's a number of people who would be interested in what you have to offer.